Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if this is hooked up yet. Let me see. Yes, okay. Hey, Shermer. Hey, Kino. No notifications. Of course. Hey, Stacy. How you doing? What's up? That is going to be loud. Let's have a quick break right here. YouTube is weird. The bell wasn't on. It was on before. That's YouTube. I mean, when I say YouTube is weird, YouTube is weird. I took a break. I needed a break. Hey, Vlad. How you doing? Took a break. Barely even touched YouTube. Okay. Came back and checked because I always check my favorite channels. I was unsubscribed from like half of my favorite channels, and I was subscribed to channels I don't like and would never watch. So there you go. There it is. Hey, Megs, how you doing? How is everyone doing? Oh boy. Okay. So I was supposed to be on at 6, but baby girl had a problem with her penguin Stuffy had a medical emergency, and we had to stick a Band-Aid on there, and it was hard getting it to stay there. So that was a bit of a problem, but we fixed it. We got it done. Yeah, so check your channels that you like. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is still being YouTube. And it apparently, if you unsubscribe and then refresh the page, resubscribe, and re-hit the bell, everything will work, right? That's what I had to do. It's irritating. I don't know why YouTube can't fix it. Can't fix it shit. But here we are. Hey, Mama T, how you doing? What's up? Wow, it was a good break. It was needed. And there was some good news. So Autumn Berry got out and is in a safe place. So we have 2 now. We have Elsa and Autumn Berry. And we have several people who have contacted, the resources they needed. So yeah, lots of good things happening. Lots of good things happening. So that's good. I had a bunch of questions, a bunch of people wanting me to look at different things. I typically don't talk about things involving children because rage. That's a level of rage that is very hard for me to handle. So the chances of me talking about the twins in California, I think it was, pretty slim, unless they have been found and they're okay. Please infer. We also have a lot of survivors of childhood trauma, and I don't want to trigger them. So that's part of it also. Okay. Alrighty. And I was also asked to look at the Chris Chan situation. I'm looking at it. It is extremely toxic. If you're a survivor, I do not recommend going down that rabbit hole. When I say rabbit hole, Please understand that I mean deep, dark, depressing. Handle with care. Proceed with caution. Do you want your sippy? Do you want your sippy? Here, sippy. Okay, so which one is absolutely horrific? Because okay, if I do talk about the Chris Chan thing, hey, Selfie Queen, right on. I do that. I do that with Miss Charlotte. I was listening to her stream today, and I was doing dishes and cleaning and controlling chaos. So, okay, I want to say something about the Chris Chan thing. I'm hoping that people don't try to use that person as a means of attacking transgendered people or autistic people, because that person is not the norm. And I may end up talking about that only from the perspective of transgendered community, autistic communities. Um, you know, I don't know. I have to. That is horrifying. Bad, very bad. If you're a survivor, I would recommend not even going there. Just, it's a lot. Are you playing basketball? Yeah. Can you do that in the living room on your tent? No. No? Okay. All right. So I've had a lot of questions about certain things, and I know there's a lot that I haven't covered that people don't know very much about. So I'm trying to play catch up with all of that. Okay. So yes, I'm actually going to do a separate stream about that. Baby girl, turn that down. Turn it down. Athena. Athena. You have to take that in your room. Nope. Nope. You have to take it either in your room or in your tent. Remember, we can't have it loud. Yeah, I'm actually talking and speaking with transgendered people I know about the subject and getting their viewpoint, and just, oh God, because some people will latch on to any little thing to try to say that trans people are evil and horrible and oh my God, they're so bad, and see, this is a representation, and I'm just like, no. No, that person is not a representation. Oh yeah, Kim S, just be safe driving. Don't worry about tagging people. Kim S is driving and she cannot tag people right now. Okay. That is loud. Jesus, those earbuds put out some sound. My God. All right. Let me turn this down real quick. I can hear it from all the way over there. Okay, so yes, thank you, Shermir. All right, so we're going to talk about what is hoovering. Have you ever heard this term before? Because there's a lot of terminology and language that I know that was just part of my training that's become second nature to me. And I now realize that a lot of people don't know these things, these terms. They don't, or they hear them, but they don't really know what they really fully mean. So I'm trying to educate on these things. Okay. Because if you don't know about hoovering, you need to know. Haven't heard that one. Okay. Talk to text and red lights. Right on. gaslighting either. Okay. So gaslighting is when you have an abusive or toxic person who's doing something, right? You've seen them do it. Hey, Violet Witch, how you doing? You've seen them do it. You know they did it, right? That song wasn't me. That's gaslighting. Okay. All right. So you know they did it. You could have a mountain of proof. You could have witnesses. You could have video and audio. You could have just all the evidence, and they will still say they didn't do it. And you're making it up. You're making something out to be something it wasn't. They didn't do it. Then they'll usually go into Darvo, which is what? Do y'all remember Darvo? I've been talking about this, but I'm trying to basically I'm trying to kind of drill it into everyone's brains. Okay. Do y'all remember Darvo? Deny, attack, reverse victim offender. All right. So the gaslighting comes along with, right, denying, then they attack you, then they try to switch it to where they're the victim and you're the offender. They did something wrong, but you were wrong. That's Darvo. So then if you turn around and you jade in response, do y'all remember jade? Maybe I will. I don't know if I should put the links back up here. I'll just put the links in the about section. Okay, so justify, argue, defend, explain, right? If you justify what you're saying, try to justify it, and then argue your points, right? Defend yourself and explain. You're just adding fuel to their fire. You're just giving them more of what they want. So you're not actually going to get anywhere. You're not going to win the argument. You're just not. That toxic person probably has it down to a science of how to Darvo and the gaslighting and all of that, right? Okay. Hoovering. Now, mind you, I worked with someone who was a double PhD, just extremely intelligent, definitely an expert in her field, worked with her for a long time. I've also had extensive training of my own through law enforcement and being a victim's advocate. As trained, this was my job. I was paid to do that job. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Okay. Hoovering can take two forms. One is at the beginning, okay, when they're trying to gather up all the social networks, all the people, all the friends, right, all the audience, because really that's what people are to toxic people typically. They're an audience, right? It's just all about the attention and getting as many people as possible to be on their side. Okay, so it can be at the very beginning of a situation where a toxic person has introduced themselves into a group, right? But then hoovering can also take place when a person has been caught out, right? They've been caught doing their shit, but they don't want to be caught and they don't want to face the actual reality of their behavior, okay? So they will try to hoover. Hold on, I have to get back to right there. Okay. Hoovering is a type of emotional abuse or emotional blackmail, or both. Hoovering is done by a narcissistic or toxic, I'm adding that in there, or just toxic person when they think the victim or the person who they abuse or control is seeking to move away. Okay. I have to do something real quick. At some point in this century, that would be great. Okay, so while this can be, a significant other or an ex-significant other, it can be in a workplace environment. It can be in a family. It can be a toxic parent, sibling, friend. You can run into people like this anywhere. All right. Hold on while I am putting these links in the description. Okay, let me see. I block and walk away with that kind of person. Yes. Well, to justify, argue, defend, explain, Jade is usually done by victims, right? But it can also be done by toxic people. Usually, what the toxic person will do is Darvo, and then they might turn to Jade. But a victim can Jade to defend themselves against a toxic person. Yes, this is also a good one. Codependency. Okay, so can I do it? Yes, I got it. Okay. All right. So let's say that just an example. You have an ex, and they decided randomly, out of nowhere, after things are actually seemingly going well, to dump you. They say that they want no contact. They've made that decision. They've set that boundary. You respect it. You're done. All right. Then a year later, they reach out to you and they want to meet up with you. What are you doing?
The camera's trying to hit me.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. No screaming right now. Okay, so they're trying to pull you back in. That is an attempt at hoovering you. Now, if they said they don't want any contact, this and that, yada, yada, I would not respond back. I would block them. I would give them exactly what they asked for when they left. You wanted no contact? You got no contact. Because they probably regretted their decision, and now they want to get you back in their hooks. Okay, which one is usually done first, Darvo or Jade? Or is jading always done in response?
Mommy?
What?
Can you take those bandages off the iron?
Sure. Maybe. I will try. I'm not sure how this is going to work. These have been on there for a little while. Oh, okay. I might have to do this after I stream. Okay? They can be there a little bit longer. All right? Uh-oh. Okay, so a lot of the time with toxic people, when they do something that's toxic, abusive, and it goes against your boundaries, that's when they'll start out the Darvo cycle, right? And that's under the umbrella of coercive control. That's what that is. It is coercive control. Jade typically is the victim trying to justify, right? You're trying to defend yourself. You're trying to be like, but this actually happened. And trying to defend yourself against gaslighting like that typically isn't going to work all that well, because the gaslighter is going to do everything in their power to prove their point, regardless of what you say. What you say won't matter, okay? What is it when someone cannot be called out on doing something wrong without making sure you know that at some point you did it too in some way? Um, I mean, if you did something wrong, then say you did something wrong, and so did you. Do you see what I'm saying? Hold yourself accountable along with that other person. That's what I would do, I guess. I don't know. Um, I'm not sure what you're like. Give me an example. Um, wow. Yeah. Once I did that, then he wanted us to be together again, and of course I took him back. He did it several times. That first time, if they leave, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Grab all of your shit. Don't come back for anything you left because you forgot something. Bye. See you in the next life. Probably not. Don't take them back. Because if they did it once, then they know if you take them back, they can do it again whenever they feel like it. And then you're on the emotional hook. That is coercive control. All right, so hoovering is trying to, they may not want you. They may be in a relationship with someone else, but they don't want you to be in a relationship with someone else, right? They want kind of a harem by proxy, right? They want all of their cake, all of the icing, all of the decoration, all of the sprinkles. They want everything for them, nothing for you or anyone else. It's all about them. It's all about them having all of the attention. Positive attention is great, but they will take that negative attention as well. Um, it's all about attention. Me, for these people, right? He got jealous a lot. I'm not surprised. And I would be surprised if he wasn't cheating whenever possible, in any way possible. Like even just emotional cheating, physical, whatever. Because people like that, that's what they do. Um, yes. Therapy. Therapy will help you learn the tools to fight against these abusive behaviors. But understand, this can happen in a friend group, in a workplace environment, and it can get really toxic really quick. So if it happens in, say, like it's a workplace environment, and you're having serious problems with this one person, and they've targeted you because you might not be um, hooverable, right? You may kind of see through their shit, and you're like, eh. Or maybe you're just a loner and you're just not interested, right? Um, he was cheating in front of me. Oh my God. And he was jealous. Wow. Ego has a lot to do with it. Yes. Hey Shannon, how you doing? How you doing? I miss your face. Yes. A lot of toxic people like this are very ego driven, very pride driven. It's all about them. All right. Um, Now, just because they're toxic in this way doesn't mean they're a narcissist. Many narcissists are like this and do these things. Not all of them do, though. But toxic people who have to be very controlling of the people around them, right? It's all about ego. It's all about pride. It's all about wanting all of the attention and acclaim, and they know everything, and you can't tell them nothing, right? Um, well, I mean, Violet Witch says my ex thought I couldn't be without them. They always think that. That is a coercive control tactic. Telling you that, oh, you're not going to be able to survive without me. Who's going to want you? You're damaged goods. You're stupid. You're this. You're that. You're useless. Blah blah blah. It's all bullshit. It's all coercive control. Um, it's all a tactic used to keep you in their under their thumb. That's what that is. So in a workplace environment, if you see these things going on and there's usually going to be like bullying of certain people will be targeted for bullying, harassment, could be sexual harassment as well, could be who knows what, right? Um, so then if you go to HR, they've probably already tried to hoover everyone in HR and charm them and woo them. And then that's with love bombing, right? You try to hoover up all of the people, especially people in positions of power, um, love bomb them, charm them, get into their good graces, make them think they're a really good person, a really um, stand up guy, stand up gal, whatever, right? So then when you go to HR or your manager or whoever and you're like, there's a problem, there's an issue, this needs to be addressed. Well, are those people going to listen to you? Are all those people going to listen to you? Or are they going to listen to the toxic person? That's a huge problem in a lot of workplaces that I've seen. Um, um, he'd get jealous if I was talking to another guy. It's because, wait, wow, wow. Narcissism is a mental health issue. We need to support them and help them. I mean, they have to help themselves. Hold on, this right here. They have to help themselves. They have to realize that they are narcissistic and there is a problem and they are harming the people around them. Then they have to go get the help, go to therapy, face the reality of themselves, and do that work for themselves. We cannot fix, I could not fix my narcissistic ex who was diagnosed as a narcissist. I didn't know that. He didn't tell me that, but he was. I could not fix him. And it wasn't my job to fix him, it was his job to fix himself. Okay. It is not Marcus's job to fix me. I have PTSD. Now he helps me. He can see when if I've had a trigger or something, and he understands how to kind of help me pull out of that. So he will help me. There's a difference between helping someone and like me expecting Marcus to fix me. He can never do that. That would be an unreasonable expectation for me to place on him. And with a narcissist, it is an unreasonable expectation for a narcissist to expect people they're hurting to fix them. So anyone who has a mental illness, you know, it behooves anyone who has a mental illness for themselves to go get therapy or seek out resources that can help. So the therapy, psychology, psychologists, what have you, um, instead of hurting people. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. As somebody who has PTSD, I don't think that a person should put up with being abused because they're supposed to fix someone else. That doesn't work. How does that work? You can't fix anyone else. You can't open a door in a person's cranium and fix them and then close it back up and they're good as new. That's not possible. It takes a lot of hard self work, you know, to learn how to treat people better if you're a narcissist, right? Um, okay. Yes, no, I am not a licensed medical healthcare person. I'm just speaking from the perspective of an ex victim's advocate and an ex sheriff's deputy. Okay. So, with hoovering, it can be really, yes, everything mentioned in today's live stream is of opinion only, alleged in theory based on observations. Right. Okay. So, if you're in a relationship, right, and your ex says, I miss you, it's been over a year since you've cut off all ties, so what gives? So, what do you do, right? I have had girlfriends who've had this happen, and I advise them to disregard. That relationship ended for a reason. And if it was toxic, then you may not be able to salvage it enough to have a friendship, even. Like, I'm friends with quite a few exes, and there's no problem. Um, there was no abuse like that, so I can be friends with them, right? But if your ex is toxic, then you don't even want to open that door because abuse can come from friends as well. And that ex may not want to be an ex forever. They might want to get back into a relationship with you. So the best thing to do is slam that door shut, nail it closed, walk away. Um, does a narcissist always hoover? Not always. It depends on the person, right? Hey, Valley Girl, how you doing? Um, not every narcissist. Well, see, I'm not just talking about narcissists though. I'm talking also about just toxic people in general. Not all toxic people are narcissistic. Um, so toxic people um, don't always darvo. They don't always hoover, right? It depends on the person. An addict only gets clean if they want to. Same concept. Yes, that right there. That right there. Yes. It's up to a narcissist or a person with a mental illness or with PTSD, what have you, to get help. So that would be each individual person's. It's my responsibility. It was my responsibility to go to therapy, which I did. Um, uh, you know, I can't expect anyone else to do that work for me. I have to do the work, right? So, um, does every toxic person love bomb? Not necessarily, although many of them do. Like, it's a stereotype for a reason, right? Um, okay. So there was one question in particular. What do you do when um, I have to be careful with how I word this? When you have someone you love, they are not toxic, but their family is, and you don't want anything to do with their family. Um, and this actually is for Autumn Berry. Um, okay. You don't have to interact with that person's family ever. Just because you marry someone does not mean that you marry their whole family. Um, Now, it can be hard to disengage with holidays and things like that, but what you can do is say, this is a hard limit, this is a boundary. I'm not doing XYZ, whatever that may be, right? You don't have to go to that family member's business to purchase certain things. You don't have to allow that person into your house ever. If you're living there, it's your house, and you're not comfortable with them being there, then no. Um, and you have every right to say no. Hoovering is a technique that drags you into cycles of abuse, disrupting your entire life and those around you. Dangerously abusive, manipulative technique. Yes. Yes. Um, so let's say you're disengaging and um, the toxic person is trying to hoover you back into the situation. They can do this a number of ways. Some people who hoover will offer you, to buy a house, put the down payment on a house for you. Hey Snoop, it's okay. It's all good. I was late too. Actually, I was supposed to start at 6, but I started at 6:30. So. Okay, so if a person is trying to hoover you, they can try, potentially make all kinds of offers, offer you the sun, moon, and the stars, whatever they think will get you back into their sphere of influence. All right. Um, Don't fall for it because it's always going to come with strings attached. And also consider that a lot of people who do these things, as that article said, they will have or try to have blackmail material on you. They'll say, oh, well, I'll let everyone know you did XYZ. Everyone will know your business. That's blackmail. That's coercion. And it might be illegal under certain situations, like a criminal charge. So let's say that someone was staying at your house for the holidays. You were kind enough to let them stay in the guest room. And while you were sleeping, um, they took photos of you, or while you were in the bathroom, and you didn't even notice, right? You didn't notice them doing this. They took photos of you uh, nude, and they're threatening to release those photos if you don't do what they want. If you have evidence of this, if you, and bless you, for real, if you have text messages, voicemails, any kind of tangible evidence of this happening, go to the police because you got a case. You're going to want to look at it at your jurisdiction. Um, you're going to want to take certain measures, but
Hi.
that's a criminal charge. Hi, baby.
Can Daddy take bandages off? Can Daddy take the bandages off?
I will be sure to ask him, okay? Okay. Can you go in the living room, watch your Kindle?
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no. Ah. Why is that?
Because he don't.
Okay, well, you only have a limited time with the Kindle. All right? Go watch your Kindle.
Cat.
Yeah, what words are you working on right now?
I sing no, no, no.
Cat,
I sing cat, cat, cat.
cat, cat, cat. Uh-oh, better go get Lion before you forget where he is. Come here.
Sorry.
No, we're not going to jump on the bed. Go get Lion. Go get him. Go get him. Go sit on him. Where'd he go? There you go. Oh my goodness. How? Wait, where? Okay, well, where's Penguin? Where's Penguin? Okay, go. Go find Penguin. Oh, I see what you did. You're goofy. Coco. Silly butt. Okay. All right, go watch your Kindle. Okay, yes, womenslaw.org. So, sit down. There you go. Do you need to lay down?
No.
No. Where's your Lion? Where'd he go? Why don't you go take your book and watch your Kindle? Here. Here's go now, go. All right. Alrighty. Go.
I'm not dying.
Okay, go watch your Kindle. Yes, no contact means no contact, yes. Victims' rights. Baby girl, go watch your Kindle. Where are your chips? Where are your chips? Are you still eating?
No.
Okay. My ex tried over and over again to make contact with me. If he came and knocked on the door and I knew he was there, I wouldn't answer the door because I didn't answer the door. I mean, just don't answer the door for him at all, because that's just really, really toxic. Merch. Yes, I have to clean my closet out. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. Little ones know just when. Every single time. Like before I started streaming, she was just sitting there eating, doing her thing, reading her book. Right. All right, so in a friend group, when you have hoovering and they're gathering the friends together and just kind of pulling everyone together, you'll see one or two people they don't try that with. Those are the people who are not vulnerable to that type of behavior. Be aware of that. And usually with that, you will see love bombing. You will see grandiose promises made of a variety of kinds. So they'll say things like, oh, I'll get your, let's use YouTube as an example, because I've seen this happen. I'll help you get your channel monetized. I'll, get your Discord spectacularly fixed up. I'll, help set you up with an email and all this and that, and help run your channel and yada yada yada, and we'll make this the most spectacular thing ever. That's just hoovering. Now it could be a person who's really actively wanting to be helpful, which is great. But if on top of that you're seeing a lot of weird, overly sugary, nicey nice, like weird, like over the top, it makes you uncomfortable and it's cringy type. Oh, I like you so much, and and it's just on and on and on and on and on, and it may not even be directed at you, but it makes you cringe. You're just like, wow, damn, that's a lot. That's love bombing that you're seeing. Understand that eventually that might come around to you, unless that person gets it, that you'll see that coming a mile away and you're not going to fall for it. People who do these sorts of things are really good at picking up on the people who won't fall for that shit. They're really, really good at it. And they don't want to waste their time, because a lot of the time they can't keep the mask up for too long. So they only have a finite amount of time to hoover everyone up to get their hooks in and make their space substantially enough that if anyone is like, hey, that person is toxic, well, then everyone will go against that person who is saying this is toxic. All right. Okay. You haven't had any sugar. I don't know what's going on. Where are your chips? You gonna go eat your chips?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I do know I left some lipstick on you, and I'm sorry. Okay. No, don't hit yourself. Get down.
I got some wings.
I know you do. Those are cute fairy wings. Very cute.
They're not fairy wings.
All right, you.
Those are not.
Those are angel wings? Or are they unicorn wings? Pegasus wings.
Unicorn wings.
Okay. All right. Okay, so be aware of that if you're in a friend group and you start seeing this happen with someone. And usually it's a new person coming into the group a lot of the time, but not always. Um, just be aware of that. Be careful. Look out for yourself because a lot of the time, if you're that one person who isn't falling for the shit, may go bad for you. But if you're one of the people who did fall for it, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Anyone can be, in this situation. It's not your fault. It happens, right? As long as eventually you see it, recognize it, realize it, and hopefully pull yourself out of that shit because it can be really, really toxic. Um, basically, here we go. You can't have that in here. Nope. Nope. Sorry, guys. I will be right back. Oh, you're getting so big. I can't pick you up. More than likely. Okay. Haha. Diversion. Basically, if someone does something that hurts you, and what? Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Go sit in your chair and get your chips. Go get them. Let's try this again. Basically, if someone does something that hurts you and has to apologize at all, they get angrier and have to try and find a way to equate it to something you've done in the past. Yes. Well, I mean, a lot of toxic people will try to divert, deflect. That's deflection, right? Like they don't want to admit what they've done. Um, and with gaslighting, sometimes they'll say you did something you didn't even do. Like what? Wait, what? Yeah. Toxic people, man. They. Uh, um. That's creepy. Yes. Toxic people are just creepy all the way around. Um, oh my god, she's getting so tall. I can barely pick her up now. She's getting so big. Um, she does. You have to bring that in the other room. Okay, you can't have the sound down here. Nope, nope, nope. Look, I'm not going to be on much longer, okay? Take it in the other room and I will be right with you. You'll have me all to yourself again. I promise. Alright? Alright, here. Take it, Kindle. Take it, Kindle. Okay, I'll take it then. Is it mine now? Do you want it? Go in the other room. No, we're not going to do that. No. Oh my god. Child, you're getting so big I can't pick you up. Okay. All right, so I had a best friend for 30 years. It took a birthday day for her not to say happy birthday to me. Her excuse was but you don't understand. And said I thought your birthday was on this day. Wow. Well then, stop. Um, hey Amanda, how you doing? You now you know you're not supposed to jump on the bed. Remember, this is quiet time. Just a little bit of quiet time. Don't worry, we'll be back to playing and all that in just a minute. Can you take your Kindle and go back in your room? Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get the Kindle to work. Come here. Baby girl. Come here. Do you want Ryan? Or do you want Baby Shark?
Ryan!
Well, come here.
Yeah! It's mommy.
Dinosaurs? Come on. Go in your room. It'll be up in just a minute. Okay. She's 3 going on 12, right? Gosh, she's getting tall. Look, I can't hardly pick her up anymore. She's getting so big. Sassy, yes. She's got a temper, and she's very strong-willed. Yes, careful of headphones. We do have screeching 3-year-old on occasion. I don't. She's already a tornado at 3. Okay, I don't need more of that. Okay, so if you find yourself in a situation like this, what I would advise doing is just disengage. Don't fall into the trap of the promises. Be aware of that. Be advised. Be aware that a lot of the time these toxic people, when they see you backing away, they may try to give you all kinds of outlandish promises and offers. I'll do this, I'll do that. Um, I'll help you start a business, whatever, right? Whatever they think will entice you into staying in their sphere of influence. Um, that's going to come with strings attached. Typically, there will be some sort of expectation of loyalty, and that expectation of loyalty will grow. And you may also experience social isolation. The person telling you not to associate with certain people, even if you like those people, because, well, they don't like those people. So obviously you shouldn't either. And it shouldn't matter that you're 2 separate people. Just be aware of that. Be careful. K2, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hello, how you doing? Oh boy. Apparently we have power outages in New Orleans right now. So I might have to jump off of here because I don't know what's going to happen because it's New Orleans. All right, so in the next couple streams, I'm going to be talking about all of the things I've been talking about, kind of combined, and I'm going to be talking about particular cases where these things happened. So remember Darvo, Jade, Hoovering, gaslighting, love bombing, grooming, all of these things. Understand, I'm going to say, I've been saying this, but I'm going to say it again. Anyone can be groomed to be in a toxic situation, and a toxic situation doesn't always have to be with an intent to have intimacy. Please infer. It doesn't have to be something where someone wants to have sex with someone else, okay? Grooming can be friendship, business interactions, workplace situations. Another person you're close to can be the actual target, and you can be groomed kind of by association. A lot of people think that grooming is only done directed at underage minors. Not always the situation at all. How many of you have ever heard of the Dirty John situation, which I'm going to talk about at some point? Uh, that there was a good deal of grooming that went on. Um, all of those behaviors are grooming behaviors, aren't they? They're in the beginning, but then grooming can also take place later when a person distances themselves, right? So a lot of these terms kind of overlap, and some are umbrella terms. So, coercive control is an umbrella term. Darvo, Jade, these are umbrella terms. Grooming is a very serious thing. You can go to RAINN.org. They have a bunch of really good information on there. Cannot recommend it enough. And they have information about grooming and grooming warnings on there. Hey, Star Winters, how you doing? You haven't heard of which one? Hey, Sarah loves donuts. How you doing? What's up? Um, Man, it's hot everywhere. It's hot here. It's so hot I have the AC on. I'm sorry if y'all can hear it, but it's too hot. I can't. Even with the AC on, I'm still hot. Like, um, rain is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you have questions, anything to do with abusive behavior, toxicity, etc., RAINN.org, and also the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Uh, awesome resources. And if you call either one of them, they're open 24/7. They will sit with you as long as you need, as long as it's safe for you. They're open holidays, just whenever you need it. Uh, um, the one you just mentioned that you're going to talk about, can't remember the name. Dirty John. Dirty John. That dude. Oh my God. Talk about a toxic cesspool. If you haven't seen on Netflix, they have a series called Dirty John, the first season. Man, it's something else. It's, God. I'm so glad her family survived. I'm so glad her daughter came out like a boss. I'm so glad her daughter watched Walking Dead. If you haven't watched Dirty John or listened to the podcasts or any of that, you should. It's good. Um, well, I mean, I know when I listen to podcasts, I'm just I know what I like and don't like, and I don't know. I want y'all to have a good experience and be able to hear and absorb the information. That's why I'm here. So kind of defeats the purpose if you can't hear me. Actually, y'all, if you have Netflix or not, there are podcasts. Okay, Dirty John. Go check it out because I'm going to be talking about it because it's perfect for me to use as an example. Perfect. Um, Now we've gone over all of these things, and more is going to come up as I talk about these things. And I have to start talking about this Dirty John thing in particular because reasons for someone. If you can catch when I'm laying down. um, okay, so for anyone who is currently in a DV situation, you're not stupid. You're not stupid. You're not crazy. You're not stupid. You're not crazy. You're not worthless. Uh, there is a point to you in your existence, and you are valuable. And you do have people who care about you more than you realize. You have millions of survivors all over the world who care about you. Um, you're not crazy. You are not crazy. You're not crazy. No, 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 ma'am. Um, you can get out. Love should not hurt. And what you're going through is horrible. And you're not crazy. And I'm going to keep on saying that until you believe me. Okay. Um, we reached the mention of food section. Yes, because I have no idea what to make for dinner tonight. Hi.
I'm back again.
You're back again. What you want to make for dinner? What you think? Don't do that. I will fall backwards and I will fall out of the chair and I will roll into the wall. Oh no. Dirty John was also a Dateline episode. Yeah, that's man, that was some chocolate chips. Ah, yeah, but we can't have that for dinner. Or maybe we can. Why not? Up. Okay, watch your ears, cause. And the chat will have to call 911. Don't break mommy. I'm just saying. Ooh. Veggie lasagna. Ooh, that sounds good. We've reached the playing ball part of night, only way early. Ha, that was a good catch. That was a good catch. Can you catch it? No scream. We had chicken sandwiches. Too hot. I mean, okay, yeah. Give me 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, okay? Here. Oh, we got a penguin here. Okay, give me 10 minutes and then we can play ball, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's so hot lately. I would say like cold chicken salad sandwiches or something. Like cold is the way to go. No hit. No, ma'am. No. We're not gonna hit. We had turkey and Munster cheese wraps. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. You got it? Hey, what are you doing? I think you're sleepy early. Are you ready to go to bed early? No, then why are you hitting? Look, I got your line. Whoa. Don't scream, please. Watch out. All right. The chat just jumped. She is. She's yes. This is the energy spurt before bedtime. So. Well, I'm so sorry. This is my life. No screaming. No screaming. Angry rooster. Peach cobbler. Oh, Lord. You had to say peach cobbler. Please go in the living room with that. I don't even know where that went. Don't even know where that went. Peach cobbler sounds so good. Vanilla. Vanilla ice cream. I worked at a DV shelter, super secret location. Felt like James Bond with the secret doors, gates, etc. Yeah. I've done that to you. Yeah. Um. Okay, y'all. Still don't know what I'm gonna make for dinner. Not even sure. Um. Do not. Do not. There are electrical cords and an outlet right there. You don't go over there. I'll get it. Watch out. Watch out.
What's that, Mommy?
Okay, hold on. I have to say goodbye to everybody, okay? All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. We're going to have a very interesting stream tomorrow. I highly recommend Dirty John because that's where we're going tomorrow. It's going to be kind of a two-parter. Um, remember, you have the right to say no. Your no should be respected. If it is not respected, yeet that person out into the stratosphere away from you and just say no. Just block, delete, walk away, all that good stuff. Cheese and crackers, PB and J. Right, right. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. To Elsa and uh, Autumn Berry, I love y'all. Be safe. All right, bye y'all.